program, which connects our businesses and community leaders from all over Palm Beach County. Youth Leadership Grow is offered to get our future leaders of Palm Beach County and get them engaged in the community. We take 50 high school juniors, they put them through an 8-month period. It extends their leadership roles, it envisions their future careers, and it helps build a foundation for them to always be involved in civic work. They are 50 of the most incredible juniors that we have in our community, so give it up for them. Right now, I want to bring up to the stage one of our future leaders, a member of the Youth Leadership Grow program, Christina Pugliese. Come on up to the stage, Christina.
Your support goes a long way. My name is Christina Pugliese, and I am a junior at Palm Beach Central High School. I was born at St. Mary's in West Palm Beach and grew up in our beautifully diverse county. From the gorgeous city lights of West Palm to the majestic equestrian of Wellington to the Sterling Point beaches and even the relaxing Jupiter waves, I have experienced and graced every part of this county. Or so I thought. I was nominated into this wonderful program at the end of my sophomore year of high school. I am not in National Honor Society. I am not in student government. Instead, I was selected for a very different reason. I have been the founder and president of Palm Beach Central High School's chapter of UNICEF for 2 years. Before that, I was the secretary of another more local charity-based club called Hope for Humanity. And I guess you could say charity is kind of like my life. I love it. I will do anything to help others. Currently, I'm also a member of National English Honor Society and am the opinions editor of Central's award-winning newspaper, The Bronco Beat. I was nominated by my sponsor for both my achievements in UNICEF and newspaper, and she put me against all of the Junior Class Council, SGA, and all members of National Honor Society. Our ticket into Leadership Grow was an interview with the Class Council and National English Honor Society sponsor and our school's activity director. It was, to say the least, a very tough challenge. But, nevertheless, I made it into this program along with 2 other girls from my school, and I think I can speak for the 3 of us when I say that this program changed our view of Palm Beach County as a whole. Leadership Grow has introduced me to sides of this county that I had no clue even existed, and this is exemplified through my 3 favorite days so far: Environment Day, Public Safety Day, and Health and Human Services Day. So Environment Day was in January. It was such a nice day out. It was that stereotypical Florida weather where it was just not a single cloud in the sky. And we went to Grassy Waters, the Solid Waste Authority, and Manatee Lagoon. And normally our days were packed with like 4 or more places, and so this thing was like a nice little break. We got to like go around and walk around Manatee Lagoon. We got to eat lunch above the manatees. It was very peaceful. And I have to say that my favorite experience on this day was kayaking at Grassy Waters. Our group of 50 was split into 2, and I was in the group who toured the preserve first and then went kayaking. And we learned all about Florida's native flora and fauna, and then we got to see it up close. And the kayaking tour was the absolute best tour I've ever been on. It was just so cool. I mean, 4 girls with little to no kayaking experience and arachnophobia in a spider-infested kayak. It was a miracle we didn't tip over. But Public Safety Day was just as amazing. I can say that I've been to prison now and scared a couple people, so I mean that's kind of cool. We were jailbirds for the day, and we got into our Palm Beach County's jail. We had a guard take us around to all the different components of the jail, and from the first appearance of court to the juvenile center, we saw it all. And I love this day so much because I had never been inside Palm Beach County's jail, thank goodness. And it made me more conscious of the role of public safety in our county. And plus all my new friends and I got like scared straight together, so it kind of brought all of us closer as a family. And those 2 days were absolutely amazing. But for me, the most beneficial day was Health and Human Services Day. And like I said before, charity is my life. So a whole day dedicated to those in Palm Beach County who help others. It was like a dream come true. It was like Disney World. It was great. And we did a lot on this day too. We went to the Lord's Place and Joshua's Cafe, St. Mary's, the Quantum House, the Homeless Coalition, and even the Mental Health Association. It was just an inspiring and motivating day. And after all that, I felt as if I needed to do more for this county. And so I did. And so 4 days after going on our field trip, I stopped by Walmart. Walmart supplies paper products that everyone needs and uses. And I thought of Quantum House when I went by the aisle, and Miss Megan Thompson, Quantum's manager of family programs and outreaches, who said they needed a lot of paper products. And I laughed to myself and I said, okay, Christina, here's your chance to help. And so I bought the paper napkins that they needed and drove down the street to the Cotton House. And as I drove, I passed the Homeless Coalition and I smiled and I said, I didn't forget you to the building, because why not? And I turned into St. Mary's parking lot. And so I walked in the facility, met with another woman, and filled out a whole bunch of forms, donation forms, and I caught a glimpse of a volunteer opportunity that UNICEF could get involved with. And I asked her about preparing a meal for 30 families that reside in the facility, and she gave me all the information I needed. And now, thank you to Leadership Row for this. 20 people, myself included, will be preparing an Italian dinner for the families on April 8th. Leadership Row inspires and encourages. And I thanked the woman, and I went back to my car, and then I drove to the Homeless Coalition down the street and met with Uwe, the coordinator at the facility's restore room at Philip J. Lewis Center. And I told him I had a group of 30 or so kids who wanted to get out and help the community. And he told me he had a restore room that needed volunteers. So, UNICEF collected 100 bags of toiletries for the homeless. In January, we also ran a baby drive for the Homeless Coalition, in which we delivered over 25 boxes filled to the brims of diapers, baby clothes, bottles, blankets, books, formula, and toys. We're also sending a few volunteers to help out in the restore room on April 22nd of this year. And none of this, and I repeat, none of this would have happened if it wasn't for Leadership Row. Because of the connections I made through the program, my group was able to help countless others in Palm Beach County. And the proceeds from tonight will benefit girls and boys just like me who are trying to make a difference in Palm Beach County. They, just like all of you, want to make a brighter and better future for all in the county. Through donations and support, you will enable some of Palm Beach County's best students to help our community. Thank you for believing in us, and good night.
Thank you, Christina.